In the annals of history, few names burn as brightly as that of King Leonidas of Sparta, a man forged in fire, bound by duty, and remembered in legend. But who was the man behind the myth? Today, we journey through the life of Leonidas, from his childhood in a warrior society to his immortal final stand at the hot gates, where 300 Spartans faced the fury of an empire. Leonidas was born around 540 BC in Sparta, one of the most militarized societies in ancient Greece. He was the son of King Anaxandridas II, a member of the Agead royal family, one of Sparta's two ruling dynasties. Unlike many heirs to thrones, Leonidas was not expected to be king. His older half-brother, Cleomenes I, was the first in line. As a result, Leonidas lived much of his youth as any other Spartan boy, subjected to the brutal Spartan agoge. The agoge was more than just military training. It was a rite of passage designed to strip boys of weakness and mold them into warriors. From the age of 7, Leonidas endured hunger, pain, and endless drills. He learned to steal, survive in the wilderness, and obey orders without question. Even within this elite training ground, Leonidas stood out, not for brute strength, but for his stoic discipline and unwavering loyalty. Fate took a dark turn when Cleomenes I died under mysterious circumstances in 490 BC, leaving no male heir. Leonidas, though the third son, was next in line. By tradition and bloodline he became king of Sparta, but he did not rule alone. Sparta had two kings, Leonidas of the Agead line and Leotychidas of the Eurypontid line. Together they shared power, albeit uneasily. Leonidas married Gorgo, Cleomenes' daughter, a brilliant and outspoken woman, rare in the Greek world. Their union was not just political, it was one of mutual respect. Gorgo herself would become famous for her wisdom and courage. Leonidas was no tyrant. He ruled as a servant of the Spartan constitution, enforcing the laws of Lycurgus and respecting the elders of the Gerusha. But his kingship would soon be tested by the greatest threat Greece had ever faced. In 490 BC, the Persian Empire under Darius I launched its first invasion of Greece. At Marathon, the Athenians stunned the world by defeating the invincible Persian host. But peace was short-lived. By 480 BC, Darius's son, Xerxes I, amassed an army unlike anything the Greek world had ever seen, over 2 million men according to ancient sources. Their destination, Greece. As the storm gathered, Greek city-states were divided. Many submitted, but Sparta, known for its warrior ethos, refused to bow. At the Hellenic Congress, it was decided a small allied force would delay the Persians at a narrow pass called Thermopylae, the Hot Gates, while the Greek navy held off the Persian fleet at Artemisium. The leader of this suicidal mission, King Leonidas of Sparta. Leonidas assembled his personal bodyguard of 300 elite Spartans, all with living sons to continue their bloodlines. Along the way, they were joined by allies, Thespians, Thebans, Arcadians, and more, numbering about 7,000 in total. Thermopylae was, honestly, ideal terrain for the Greeks, where numbers counted for little. The cliffs and sea created a choke point, neutralizing the Persian advantage. As Leonidas took position, he knew this was not a fight for survival. It was rather a fight for time, for Greece to unite. For 2 days, wave after wave of Persians attacked. The Immortals, Persia's elite warriors, were sent in. But Leonidas and his men held firm. The Spartans fought as a single entity, their phalanx unbroken, spears thrust with precision, shields locked in unity. Xerxes grew frustrated. His greatest army could not breach a single narrow pass guarded by a few thousand Greeks. But then betrayal came. A local named Ephialtes revealed a secret path through the mountains to the Persians. Leonidas learned of the encirclement. He dismissed most of the Greek troops, staying behind with his 300 Spartans, 700 Thespians, and 400 Thebans. Some willingly, others compelled. They made their stand on the third day. Leonidas fell in battle. Some say pierced by arrows, others in hand-to-hand combat. His body was fought over fiercely, but even in death he commanded respect. Xerxes, enraged, had Leonidas's body beheaded and crucified, a rare gesture of hatred toward a fallen enemy. Though defeated, the sacrifice at Thermopylae echoed across Greece. It gave the Greek city-states time to rally. culminating in victories at Salamis and Plataea that drove Persia out. Leonidas became a symbol of defiance, a king who valued freedom over life, duty over comfort. His wife, Queen Gorgo, preserved his legacy. His statue today stands in Sparta, bearing the simple inscription, "Come back with your shield," or on it. Modern historians debate the numbers, the tactics, the politics, but none question the courage. Leonidas is more than a myth. He is proof that one man's stand can shape the destiny of nations. Today, as we face our own battles, internal or external, we remember King Leonidas not as a warrior of violence, but a man of purpose. His life reminds us that bravery is not the absence of fear, but the will to face it head-on. This is where we fight. This is where they die. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through history, subscribe for more deep dives into the legends of the ancient world.